What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're talking about how I got my trail name. And it all started with this 9mm pistol and this can of bear spray. So I recorded this video recently, the 5 stupid mistakes that I made on my first backpacking trip where I was section hiking the Appalachian Trail through the Smokies. Just to catch you up to date, back in May of 2018, my father-in-law, his cousin, and his cousin's son, we all took this backpacking trip through the Smoky Mountains, and it lasted for 4 days. We hiked from Fontana Dam to Clingman's Dome, and that's where I pretty much fell in love with backpacking. It was my first experience, and it was awful, but it was also amazing, and it completely changed my perspective and my life. I mean, that's why I'm doing this YouTube channel today. So anyway, after recording this video, I thought, man, I'm getting all these great memories, and I had such a great time, and I'm reflecting on, how I fell in love with backpacking, and it got me thinking about this story I want to tell you guys. And it is how I got my trail name while I was on that backpacking trip. So most of you probably already know that typically whenever you're through hiking a long distance trail like the Appalachian Trail, or AT for short, you earn a trail name, which is an alias that you go by instead of your real name, or at least many people do. Anyway, let me catch you up to date on what happened on the trip and some of the people that I was running with. So flashback to May 2018. We go on this trip. Day 1, I meet some new people, and we're kind of leapfrogging each other on the trail. And then we get into camp late, and if you've seen my dumb mistakes, I probably woke up everybody in that shelter. And I still feel like an idiot for that. So anyway, the next day, I get up, and I'm talking to this guy, and he's from Florida, and I don't remember his trail name, but I talked to him for a while I ate breakfast, and I talked to this guy and girl, and I remember the girl's trail name was Mousetrap. And the way she got her trail name was they had went to this hostel, and they were like, man, you guys are stinking. And I don't mean just like hiker funk, like, hey, I've been out in the woods for the last 4 days and I haven't showered. I mean, like, you smell awful. So she takes a shower the next day, gets up, puts your backpack back on, and leaves. And the people she's with, they're like, man, you still smell awful. I don't know what the deal is. Did you not shower? And she's like, yeah, of course I showered. And it turns out that a mouse had crawled into her backpack, had died, and was at the bottom rotting. And I don't know how long it had been in there, but it was long enough to stink. So that's how she got her. That's how she got her trail name of backpack, Mousetrap. So I also ran with another guy. His name was Tunes, and he got his trail name for bringing a Bluetooth speaker, and he would kind of blast that on trail when nobody was around. Don't hate me. I'm just a messenger here, so I'm all about leave no trace, even if we're talking about sound. But that's how he got his name. And then a couple more was Solo. He had the word solo literally tattooed on the side of his neck, I'm guessing beforehand. And also Hatchet Man. He carried a hatchet. That's how he got his name. And then Maria, she was a little bit of a leader in our group, and she was from Spain. And we called her El Capitan, or El Capitana, or something like that. And hopefully that means female captain, right? So anyway, the way I got my trail name was I first met this guy named Tunes and Solo, and we were kind of leapfrogging, and I had, you can probably see it in this picture, I had a can of bear spray that I had brought with me, because it was my first backpacking trip, and I was afraid that, we was going to run into a black bear and have problems. Little did I know they were super skittish and just ran away every time we spotted one. Anyway, I had the can of bear spray on one side of the backpack hip strap or waist strap, and then I had a 9mm pistol that a friend had convinced me to take with me just in case there's any problems with people. And I no longer take that pistol with me backpacking, you know, and I've learned that the trail community is pretty amazing. But anyway, whenever I ran into these two guys, they were like, "Oh man, you're double packing. You look just like Yosemite Sam." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Yeah, you know Yosemite Sam. He's the fired up little cartoon character with the red hair, and you have red hair, and you're double packing. You got a gun on one side, you get your bear spray on the other, and you got them ready to go. You know, you're dual wielding here. So we're gonna call you Yosemite Sam." And I was just like, I guess I'll roll with it. These guys are kind of letting me into their community, and I'm just a section hiker, and it's cool to be included. So I rolled with it, and that was my trail name, and I signed all the logs as we hiked through to the different shelters with that trail name. It was really cool and kind of honorary because you don't typically get a trail name as a section hiker. So now hopefully I can actually get out and through hike that Appalachian Trail soon and live out my dream of actually spending months on trail. So I just thought it'd be cool to share that story with you guys, especially after all those emotions and good memories were brought back up from thinking about that last video. If you found this story entertaining, or if you enjoyed, please smash that like button and subscribe for more, and kick that bell for the latest notifications. We'll see you guys in the next video.